everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's get some, finish up some 3-on-3 here. Just finishing this up. Hope everybody got their winter storms in today. Finishing that up. Vader. Good evening, good evening. How are you? Training them troops up, Vader. Getting ready for Saturday. I think we should be able to get, I know, me too. Should be able to get T11s tonight. So I am expecting, as I said last night, I knew yesterday we weren't going to be able to do it as T11 unlock week, but I knew we wouldn't be there. A little short. Well, could have pushed for it to be done, but honestly, why? Like the versus is today, so get the deal, the Tuesday deal through versus, and there was really no need to push, for the weekly if we didn't have to. We're getting to the point now for the T11s where we're on the doorstep, and it feels like just like anything else, right? Like the weekly store stuff that the whales can certainly buy if they want, but it's not a good deal for the average person. Like this normal T11 stuff that's coming out, no different than the drone components or the drone parts that are sitting in there that you can get every single week if you wanted to, and it's at a premium. So now, as for myself anyway, as I look forward, I'll see just like I do with exclusive weapons or anything else. We'll get the weekly deal that comes out, and we'll wait to see what other packs they have and stuff they come out. I'm telling you, like I've been saying all along, it's just a matter of time. Once they release and people start getting them, there's going to be a ton of people that get them. Once they do, there's going to be packs and deals and all kinds of stuff to do. So I'm sure there'll be a ton of opportunity. I mean, that's what happened with the Gorilla, right? You couldn't get shards when the Gorilla came out. It was like so hard to get shards. Jeez. Like, trying to find Gorilla shards were so hard. And then, poof. Now the Gorilla shards everywhere. A few more attempts here. We'll be done. Oh, boy. Yep, that's not going to go well. We'll just take our loss there. Move on. Few more to do. Go. Oh, let's see. Let's take that out. I've been saying in these 3v3, at least for myself, like you start pecking away and just trying to get all your turns in, and it's all about like that video I said, really what makes or breaks you is really that last day for sniping. You want to snipe, and you're just hanging around and hanging around. For those that look, it doesn't matter you're in the top 10. It could be if you're in the 20 to 30, 40 to 50, 100 group, wherever you are. Like, just make sure you're trying to snipe to get into that next level up grouping to get as much stuff as you can. Hulk, there it is. See that, Vader? There's that 100. Hulk broke 100 yesterday. And, yeah, his team's... It's funny, he just broke 100 yesterday, and it's already 100.4. Like, I can't get my squads to move, and since he broke 100, he's already 100.4. Go figure. All right. Finished some air sandboxing today. All done with air now. Going to turn my attention to tank, as I said before. It'll be interesting, though, because I do have a lot of the numbers that I ran from the testing environment. It'll be fun to see if the T11s now make a difference and all that. So, hey, Mr. B. Oh, before. How are you, man? Good to have you in. Appreciate you. Thank you, sir. Keep it entertained. Keep it entertained. Yeah, I don't know. He's leaps and bounds Vader. Like, he is... I'm sure he is a problem for other servers. So... if I got Hulk on an upcoming agenda, I'm probably not looking forward to it. And then you got CDF as well. You got to deal with King. You got to deal with. It's crazy. All right. And that be it for this. We'll just take that home and take our 8th place right now. Not too far behind, though. So, we're good. We're good where it stands. All right, Chuck's out. Chuck's done. Mobile Squad's done. Everything done. I'm like a little checklist. Like, like last week, you used to have a little checklist that we can have, right? Like all these things that we got to take care of right before reset to make sure we did for the week. Just make sure you took care of it all. Training battles and restricted area I cannot do. So here we are. Here's the story anyway. Where we are. We're just waiting. 55% on the gun. We got a lot of... we already have 455k just sitting here waiting that I haven't used. Because I was just waiting for verses. No need to push it. So going against someone with T11 is like hitting a brick. Oh yeah, Charlie. I did have somebody on a report that I think I. Oh yeah. I was in Winter Storm, and hold on. I was in Winter Storm, so I have a ton of reports, and I was just running into people. I mean, I ran into Crash from FNX. I don't know if I fought him. I always like Crash. Like, I mean, guys, like, to be honest with you, there's not many people that you're gonna find I don't get along with on the servers for the most part. So, it's like a term. But Mufasa did hit me, and I don't know if I jumped up, because don't forget, in the season that I was with Mufasa, last season, I wasn't using anything, right? So I was just saving. I wasn't using my power, and then I went against Mufasa today, and all of a sudden I looked at his squads, and I'm a 73 missile, and I could not beat him last season. And where is it? Where is Mufasa? I know it was right when I started. I should have saved it. Look at it. You get into so many battles when you're in Winter Storm, and then the reports. Oh, here it is. Okay, I knew I had it. So he's 75.1 air. So I could not beat him last season, and I mean now my missile easily beats him. So it just goes to show you, like, saving all those for 10 weeks and then using all that stuff. It's crazy. Just like blew me up. So I had him, and that was the first time I fought him. And his missile's only 61.9. So he's doing. I'm not sure where he is. I know his drone is pretty. I'll tell you what. The other thing, I'll tell you this. Everybody I'm seeing that I'm fighting, there's not many people I run into at my level of fighting when I'm fighting everybody in Winter Storm and everything else in these reports. Their drone is higher than mine. At 231, and it's really starting to get me to question, like, how much money am I going to pump into these gears on this drone as a priority? Is it really a priority? I beat everybody who has this drone that's 230. It's not the showstopper. It's not something that stops me. 240. I think a negotiator that I beat the other day or whatever. What was that for? Did I? I don't want to say I beat him if I didn't. Did I beat him, or did I just hold? He couldn't burn me. I can't remember. I don't want to say. No, okay, so I got a victory. So I got a victory in defense. His drone's 250, I think. Yeah, he's 250. So it just I keep seeing this over and over again in all my battle reports, and it just starts to give me a question of, like, should I be really concerned with pushing the drone gears? Like, they're not cheap. You find them in the Bounty Hunter, and you get them, and you push them, and plenty of people are pushing them. But you just think about it, and you're like, man, I don't know that I should be caring that much. Like, I rather push, I think, my chips. I'd get beat by people who, like, if you had 10 chips on here, I think it would make a bigger difference. The level 10 components, like, Boss has level 10 components, and I was on component strike. I talked about that last week. I was getting a little upset with this whole components thing. I'll probably change course and figure out a game plan on how to increase these components. Because I would like to get to level 10 before I stop worrying about it for the bottom or the right 3, if you will. So I don't know, but I can tell you that I don't know about this drone, like, pushing. Like, if for those of you out there that are, like, get to 200, I don't know. Like, yeah, if you're 150, that's a great target to get to, by the way. If you're pushing your gears, 150 is awesome. Like, once you hit 150 and you can start chipping away at your drone one by one level at a time, and they start splitting it up 5. Yo, Rexon, EYS in the house. 88. Love them. Love you, brother. Love you, man. Miss all you guys. Yeah, like 250. Like, I get it, but like if you're at 150, push your drone to 150, and then you can slowly chip away and actually make progress where you can go one at a time. Like, you can actually move your drone no matter what, like a little at a time, and you start to feel like you're making progress. That's awesome. That's a great spot to be in and what you want to do. Then I'll say, for those that are really spending and you're spenders and you want to push and push and push, because it is, like, recommend you get a good bump at 200, I'll say 200. But since I've got to 200, I mean, yeah, I got a little bump when I got to 210, but when I start looking around and I see all these people at 230, 240, 250, I'm not seeing, like, this enormous power difference. You got to do the whale to cull in order to even push past 250. You got to do the whale to cull to push your chips past 10, because your chips stop at 10, and then you got to do that. And like, for the most part, if you've seen how much material you need to actually push your chips to even 10, you need 40 per. Even that is crazy. So going past that is wild. It's kind of like drone components. Am I really going to start, once I get level 10 on these right, am I really going to start pushing to level 11? Probably not. I mean, honestly, like, it just starts to get silly for some of these things in these games and the accomplishment. You, like, anybody who plays the game, you have to have goals of what you want to get for your team and what you want your team to look like. I'm already surpassed my goals of where I am and where I thought I was going to be able to get to. And now I start to look at it and I go, man, where do I want to go? Like, this isn't going, the combat boost isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So what am I really going to be working on? What's realistic to what I'm going to be pushing and what I'm going to be working on? So just a thought for you guys, like if you're worried about drone level, I really, once you get past and you push past, like you get to that 200 goal of whatever, I don't see a lot of difference in there, and I would shift gears to somewhere else. Whether it be boost or whether it be your components or whatever it is. If you're spending, you're free to play. Okay, cool. You're going to go to wherever the game's going to allow you to go anyway and gives you, whatever you can collect. But anyway, that's just my 2 cents on the whole drone gears thing, I'll say. It's like similar to the gorilla, like the overlord. Like, you can have goals in the overlord, you chip away, get whatever shards they give you, that's cool. Bond rating is kind of my thing, like I'll push the bond rating, but outside of that, I don't know, I'm not going to be worried about much. I don't worry about the skills. I fight people all the time with the gorilla that's stronger than me, and the skills that are stronger than me, with the special training that's stronger than me, and I can win. I can overcome it. I'm not concerned about it. So, take that for what it's worth, too. Like, I really wouldn't worry about necessarily the people that are coming in there. Same with tech. Tech is where you should really be spending your time. Like, you get huge benefits on tech. If you're going to put all your energy, your efforts, and everything that you're collecting and doing, put it into your tech. Like, just spend a load of time in your tech. Man, collect that value, do whatever you can, but there's so much power in the tech. Like, the defense, we've talked about the siege, right? Your masteries, like, focus on that more than you're focusing on a lot of this other stuff, and those that spend decorations are so underrated. Like, collect what you can, get what you can. Depends on where you are from your price level, whether you could do decorate your dreams. But even if you could do a little bit of decorate your dreams, just to get a few here and there chests, you can get on the train. Somebody could give you a train in your alliance and get a couple gold chests on the train. They're just so worth it to make it out. But yeah, anyway. I had seen that today, so. Another thing that came up that people were talking about, war leader, right? So everybody's losing, and they're seeing so many people that are war leader, and people get frustrated because they're engineer, and they see that the person that they're beating. Hey, thanks, Trestle, appreciate it, man. You are welcome. War leader and engineer. I get that you're losing to somebody because they have war leader, but we're almost, for those of you that are, so it depends on where you are as far as what you should do in this game, but you're coming up on season 5 for most of us. You're going to need to be engineer at the start of the season. So if you are engineer right now, the last thing you should be doing is switching to war leader right now. You're just going to have to switch again. And then it costs $50 to switch. Like, yeah, I know you probably have a freebie here and there, but like, don't switch. Like, don't stay engineer. If you're engineer, just live with your place right now. It's okay. Give away the power on the report. There will be a place for you to switch to war leader when you get into season. It's all good. Once we all start fighting and those trade posts come up and we all want to get that bump and we've already built our resistance and our season buildings, yeah, let's do it. Let's go to war leader. Let's bump up our accounts and our rallies and everything else and use it for what it's worth. That's when we want to make that switch. But right now, no way. Absolutely not. Just live with it, man. Don't let the frustration push you into a bad decision. That's what I'll say. And for those of you that have just finished your season, if you are still war leader, Honestly, the smart decision to make is to just go back to engineer. The off season, it's okay to just stay engineer. It's like if you're gonna just go on and collect, like, I'm a bigger account, but if you're free to play, you're low spender, you're like, yeah, just switch to engineer. It's time. Once the season's over, these battles, any other battles that happen on Kill Event or on Warzone Duel stuff, you'll be fine. You'll be all right. That happens once a week. The season is different because the season is like, oh my god, like every day you're fighting, right? Actually, and that's just for those of you that have finished the season. Brings up a great point because they came out with the calendar for what's coming out in season 5, which is pretty exciting. Because they released our calendar here for when we're going to get to fight, and it looks like, man, there is going to be a ton of fighting, a ton of it. You look here, and like Tuesday, day 16, the trade posts open. What do you got, Rex? 1944.7, 8074, code 87, total damage. What's your thought, brother QB? 1944.7G versus 1874.3G. What? Oh! You got ripped off. I'll talk to you about your talk. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about your matchup, right? And what you got stuck with. Yeah. Hey, Bailey. Welcome in. Yeah. We'll talk about that after T11. Let's get to your stuff after T11. I have no problem diving into your Warzone Duel matchup stuff. I mean, yeah, you got porked. But yeah, the season 5 highlights that they came out with for season 5. I mean, the fighting just looks crazy. Like day 16, we're already in trade post wars, and then city opens. So, and just think all the way along here, you're going to have to use your resistance and your troops to kill and get land. So you got that going on. So man, it is it's going to be wild because then the trade post opens. You got these it's like central area opens at any time at this point. Who knows when we can fight. I'm sure in here when these things open, they're probably going to let us fight for different things, and then Sunday Central Area Golden Palace first opening, you got more trade posts, and they said in here the fighting 3 fixed battle spots per day, each lasting 1 hour. So the battles will last 1 hour, but 3 spots per day. And it said somewhere in here when we were going to be battling. There's the train. Alliance can set a 15 feet. No more rules. I know it said somewhere that we were fighting like 2 times a week or something. I forgot where it was. Where it said like a little note about it. Right here. Declare war Wednesday and Saturday. So you're going to fight 2 times where you're going to have wars 2 days a week. But then you're going to have trade posts. Then you're fighting for capital. That opens on season week 3. Then you have a central area that opens. So you're probably going to fight here for outposts. And, so there's going to be constant fight. Like, it's just absolutely so much fun. I cannot wait. Tressel, QB, I'm at the end of season 2. Should I focus on finishing the hero tech tree or mastery tree? Hero. Well, like, it's a trick question because you can work on both. One's valor and one's non-valor. So you can push on your tech day, you push your valor. Then once you're out of valor, you're done pushing valor, start those extra hero ones. You can push them both. So, darn right we love it. All right, let's go. Let's see if we can get these T11s. All right, let's see. I don't know. I might have to go into the glitter event, so we'll see. Here we go. Yay. Watching this hero power, too. You guys can see how much it's going to cost you as well as you come in. This is going to be the big push here for all you that are watching, right? So you can see here. 40K, 40K, 65, 70. Still looks like 30K and 40 cores all the way along. It's really pushing my teams as well, by the way. I was like, yeah, I was 73.03, so I'm already like 73.16. So we'll keep an eye on that too. 80% on the gun. $89. Still 30 and 40 all the way along. 96. 97. Okay, that's it. So now we're going to go, I think, what do you call it? Open glitter event. So we are going to get the discount. We are not paying full price. Why would we pay full price? I hear it's in here. There we are. Look at this. Why am I paying full price? And then I get the bonus for the glitter event too. So it's kind of a no-brainer to wait. No need to rush. See? Now look at all this I got. Now I got all this on top of it for the what I'm gonna buy. Use your money wisely. Okay, so we need. I know we need this, right? Question is, how much do we need right now? 100K. What do we need? Okay, there we are. We're at 100%. Okay, and I got enough cores here. All right, here we go. Now we got 1.2. I got plenty of that. What do I need here? I need 120K and I need 160 cores. Okay. 120K. Problem. $120. And then I need 160 cores. This. I think it said, right? Yeah. 160. Okay. Is that enough? Did I get it all? Oh, yeah. Green. I love green. Everybody love color green, right? Let's go. Unlock. Unlock. No, what do you got? Oh, so now I got to wait a day on top of it? Even after unlocking, I got to wait a day? Oh, but guess what? You speed up. I can speed up. They're going to... Man, okay. I have a problem already. Come on. You're going to rip people off for a day of a speed up? Like, you're just taking a day of speed ups from us? For what? You'll be greedy. That's silly. All right. Ready? And unlock. All right. What do we want? We got armored trooper or assault raider. Well, I think everybody here knows darn well what I'm choosing. I am going to be an assault raider. Boom. Let's go. Let's go. All right. So now we're cooking here. Let's come over and see. Should they be on? Oh, look at that pretty sight. Look at that pretty sight. Okay. Let's get rid of this and speed this up. And now let's see how long these T11's going to take somebody. So they're going to cost you from level 10 was 6.5 million for food and iron. That's all based on how much tech you've used to reduce the cost of your troops. Survivors, all that good stuff too is going to play a role. But it looks like it jumps from 6.5 to 8.2 million. So for all of you that skipped that tech that said, oh, I'm not wasting my time on reducing the cost for troops, that's silly. Well, guess what? You might want to, because that gets expensive. So let's go. Let's train them. Let's train them. And let's see what we get here. Oh, there's them little guys right there. Them little guys right there. All right, well, I gotta, now I gotta speed them all up. Right, so we're gonna have to make them all, level 11. And by the way, I just want to point out here before I start making these level 11, don't forget your barracks. For those of you that have used the barracks stacking, you can still use the stacking now once you unlock these. So this will be 35 for me. So now this barrack will move up, and I'll make this into level 10, and this will be level 9, and this can be level 8, or you can have a level 7, whatever you want to be your starter thing, but you can still use your stacking barracks. So now I have a bunch of barrack upgrades to do to make this back, because now the upgrade is going to be level 11 over here. So just remember that for those of you that use it for versus. All right, so I got to promote these. Let's get these all promoted. I usually wait until Friday to get all my promotions done, but I need to see my drill grounds look pretty with the T11s. And then let's do this. And then I'm going to go take a look at my power increase. We'll take a look at that and see what we get out of that. Okay, we got 12. 8 more. There we are. All right. Oh, look at them grill grounds. Pop this one too. Look at the drill grounds. Oh, the drill ground look crazy. They look crazy. Okay. Let's see what my power went to, by the way. Oh, 74.21. So I jumped, I'm pretty sure I jumped almost 0.2 in just that last push that I did for it. I don't know why I probably don't have gear on everybody or something going on. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, like, my total hero power doesn't look correct for some reason. Yeah, that's better. All right. Are we going to use these things now? Let's go attack somebody. Okay, so I just had train for one day. I just did some attacking on my see if I can stop this. I'll do that. Let's see if we can go attack. Let's see if we can go attack King. He's out there. Let's see. Hey, Vader. Is King on? He might not be on. Let's see. We got World Boss. A World Boss up? Oh, okay. Here we go. We're gonna run these things against World Boss. We got Missile today. So we know what my last I didn't increase anything else. So we're gonna run World Boss right now with let me make sure my Gorilla's on here. Perfect. Okay. Simple. We'll be able to see the power right here. So here's your power so far. So I got 33,518 last time. I ran World Boss. I had let me duplicate what I had. So I had Swift in the front. So McGregor. Let me just duplicate it so it's apples to apples. So we had this last time when I hit my highest, and then I had this, and I had this set up. Okay. He's on? All right, cool. All right, let's see what happens here. Let me get War Fever real quick. All right. Ready to roll? Attack. So we were at 33 million, 33 something. We can look at it after. And now we are... Oh, 32. How did that happen? 32, 131, 827. That's less than my last time. Do I have everybody with all their gear on? Yes, 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 yes. Hold on. Yes. Everybody with full gear. I hit missile, and it was less with the T11s. Look, it's 33, 518 last time I hit it, and this time it was 32, 131. What's up with that? I was messing around with my chips, but my chips all look good. That's wild. What kind of damage is what kind of damage is that? So it doesn't do any more damage. Where's the reports? Where is it in? Is it in, where is the, I forget where it's at. Is it in the, oh, here it is. No, this is the rewards. Where's my, where does the, I thought the, isn't there a report for World Boss? Where is it? I never look at it, but now I want to. Is it in the actual report here? Is this where it is? Oh, okay. My bad. My bad, my bad. Oh! Why did it hit with level 10? I hit with level 10 troops. It didn't hit him with level 11 troops. No, that's a glitch. That's a glitch. I don't have no level 10 troops. What's this game doing to me? That's some crap. Look at that. Was that, or was this, oh, that might have been, that was the old one. Duh. Not from tonight. This was the tonight one. Yeah, so there's a level 11 troops. Here's the damage that hit. So let me take... Here's the damage that hit from tonight. And here's the damage that hit the other night. I don't know how I can make this. Right here. 3.5. Swift hit a little bit less. 4.1. 1.6. Tesla was way less. 13.1. Bro, what is the deal with that? Look at that. My drone is actually one level up more tonight than it was last time. What's the deal with that? Did they make maybe they don't take effect. Maybe they're not stronger against monsters. Maybe I need to do it in a regular battle report to see it. Let's see if we can snipe King. See if he's a nice guy. He usually doesn't mind. He's usually kind of my go-to because on the server there's only 3 people I can whack, and that's Hulk, who's on my alliance, and then there's King or CDF. I think CDF's on, so let's see if it's just maybe you only get the buff's only against maybe it's PvP instead of PvE. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think any of that information came out or they said anything. Not that the game tells us anything anyway, right? Yeah, that's a fair point, Koala, but I mean, doesn't that tell you all you need to know, that the first whack, it's not strong enough to automatically be like hit? Like, I'll whack it again. That's fair. I can whack it 2 or 3 times right now to see. I mean, there's definitely, like, I just said that I don't have it, but yesterday, like, I whacked it like 2 or 3 times, and it was lower than last week's was today. But I'm just saying, I was expecting, to be. See, look at that. Isn't that crazy? Like, wouldn't you think? This is what I said earlier. Like, who knows what the hell it means even to have T11s? Everybody's in a rush, tripping themselves over to get them. And, I don't know. Maybe it's just T11. Let's see. Okay, he's all good with it. All right, let's go hit him. Because I do have a king. I think I have a king hit in 3v3. Or we can find him and hit him. Yeah, right here. So, hopefully, let's see what he has up. Okay, let's ask him to put his. I'll ask him to put his teams like he has in 3v3, so it's. So that way, if I can whack them, and then what we'll do is I'll line up a 3v3, because I can just spend 500 diamonds, and I don't know. So here's, let me look who has them. Shaka, I think, should have them, because I think Golden Fighter bought them for him, so I think he has them. Where wasn't there? The standings is over here, right? Right here. Well, this tells me where you are in the restricted area. I'm sure I can get pretty far in that now as far as what boss I can beat. So we'll give him a minute to, oh. Actually, I should probably look at what if I whacked him with anything. Let's see. So I don't only... Oh, right here. So we just did this against King Squad. We need our missile to hit his missile. And then and then your missile in front. Did I? Okay. While he's doing that, we'll just do the training. We'll wait for him to switch his gears. Okay, cool. So this is going to give us an apples for apples comparison. We'll be able to see exactly what the report looked like with my T10s, and I hit king, and then we'll look at it for this. I'm sure I can probably get pretty far. I probably could get right where king is, would be my guess. I mean, I'm sorry, where Hulk was. And then also I want to see, like, how do I push these things to the next level? Because we have to see, what is it we got to put, whatever on them. Stars or whatever they're calling it, that we can add to these T11 troops. So we'll see. See, now I can make it level 21. Level 22. I mean, how awful is this, by the way? I mean, this is so dumb. I think everybody hated Secret Vault, but people liking this, because this is terrible. This is like watching paint dry, guys. This is brutal having to do this. 30. Okay, 31. 32. Hey. I'm gonna click my loot every time. 38. 39. So Hulk was 47. I am 41. 42. 43. 44. All right, here we go. This will probably be it, would be my guess. Doubt I'm making it past where... Oh, I did. I made it past where Hulk was. Well, crap. How far can I go? I'm at 50. 51. I know Hulk unlocked him, so... Damn. Alright, we're gonna have to come back to this. I don't know how far I can make it, but... I'd rather look at these reports. Let's see. Is he ready? Alright. Okay, here we go. Let's go. Let's go find Mr. Hulk. Our king. There he is. Alright. Let's go. Here I come. Sweet. Yeah, there's no doubt, Koala. Like, this is, But at least we'll be able to tell apples to apples now. Like... Alright, here's our report here. Damn, I did, like, good damage to King. I can tell you that. That's pretty good. Dude, that is freaking... I don't know what to report. I could just be amazing myself that I'm not strong to hit King and, like, do that good for against him, but... oh! You know why? Let me see something, actually. Did I have my gorilla on my missile when I hit him yesterday? I might have to hit him one more time. I didn't even look at that. Hold on. Hold on. No. No, I gotta hit him one more time without my gorilla. Because my gorilla was actually over with my air. Or my tanks. Hold on. I gotta tell him. All right. Let it burn. We'll do this one more time. No gorilla. God, my team looks naked with no gorilla, man. All right. Okay, one more. I forgot all about that. Freaking gorilla. Okay, here we go. Apples to apples. I didn't even look at my that my tank was in the right lineup or anything, but at least this will show. It should be the damage should be very similar to what we got. Let's look at this report while we're waiting for me to burn and come back from King. Oh, that makes more sense. Look, now without my gorilla there, the difference in the damage. Okay. See if the T11 troops are on. All right, at least they're on here. Okay. So we can take a look at our damage. Take a look at the battle. We're waiting, actually. God, he just decimates his drone decimates my team. It's that drone. His drone, 2 swipes of his drone leveled me out. His drone is so strong. I mean, that's what that is. That battle is like his freaking drone. Man, it's brutal. Tough to watch. I'm gonna take it. All right, let's go see what we got. Oops. Let's go take a look at the report now. All right, and I will send it to King as well for being a good sport. Okay. All right. Actually, let's look at this from a damage perspective. So this was tonight. Here's the damage that I did tonight. And then we'll pull up that 3v3 report. Okay. There we go. So I had different. I had Adam in the front and Swift in the back. But I did get more swift damage up front anyway. Total damage is way higher. Period. Overall. Like, it's way higher. Like, that's not... Where's my little spreadsheet? Let me put them both in here. .2 for 16.1. And then, oh no, 6.3, 6.6, 21.6, 15.4. Yeah, like way higher yesterday with the T10s. With at least McGregor and Adam in front. I mean, it's still like that's not. I don't know. So Koala's on. If you see in the chat, Koala's on server 36. So maybe he sees it more from a layout perspective, and they've been looking at T11s. But from a damage perspective, I don't know. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing. I will certainly sandbox this more and take a look at these guys in the sandbox from all the data that I've been compiling, like in my tests from my air tests. I have like 500 battles, so I can now look at them and do like different battles with T11s. But yeah, like I'm just not seeing the added advantage. Maybe from a defensive perspective. Maybe. I don't know. Hey, oh, well, no, you didn't hit me. That was the other night, right? Because I was going to say, Vader, the other night I hit you too, right? Like, or you didn't hit me in the base, did you? I hit you, I think. In your base. I think. Oh, shit. I shouldn't have done that because I forgot to put my gorilla on. That's a waste. I forgot to add my gorilla back. I'll wait for it to come back. But that's so basically World Boss hit World Boss twice, and that wasn't more than, oh crap. Oh, I just soared. I'll have to watch this again video, but I think I was 73. Not 7 when I was playing earlier Winter Boss, like just a minute ago, or whatever, a few hours ago, whatever it was. Today, where's my battle reports? $73.1. I was 73.1 earlier. With everything. Missile, gorilla, nothing changed there. And then I went from 73.1 to 74.2. So it went up a mil for the T11s. So imagine that, like my squad went up 1 million, over 1 million. I was like, whatever, it was 73.1, and now I'm 74.2. Yet it's not showing anywhere. It's not showing in like the battles that I fought yesterday. It's not showing in the World Boss. Doesn't make any sense. If it's supposed to, I mean, and like Quali just wrote, I don't know. Devs need to update the T11, so. Koala, I don't know if you're still on, but have you seen anybody in the early servers see like major damage additions? Hey, there we go. 33.3. Now it went up. But I don't know that that's that crazy from what it was. Damage this time. It's today's high is 33.3. But yesterday was 33.5. So that's the highest today, but it still didn't beat yesterday's. So I was earlier today I did 32.1, 39, 32.9, 33.3, and now I'll hit it one last time. See what I get. But that's wild. We'll wait for that, and then we'll look at man, I don't know, whatever. Then we'll look at how we get these things more powerful. So let's see the next thing after this damage comes through here. Done. It wasn't even as strong as that last one. 32.1. So then it dropped down to the original. So it was 32.1, 32.9, 33.3, 32.1, and yesterday I hit 33.5 with the same exact lineup with T10 troops. So in four solid hits to World Boss, I couldn't 200 million less was the best I could do. So there you go. And you saw the King report, like for the damage. Like I had more damage yesterday in 3v3 than here. And even if you compare it, like okay, put in the defense and the Swift in front, missile versus missile, it shouldn't have been like it was 76. It was 76.1 damage to 68.7. So I was eight behind. Like, it just crazy. So here's how we level these things up. Let's see. I would hope we level them up. I unlocked them and they don't do anything, so hopefully we can level them up. By the way, everybody tripping over themselves. We're spending all this money trying to get them. Here's where you can switch them. I think they said it takes 3 days, by the way, to switch them. So here's how we switch them. See all the stat categories. For the power stays the same for them. Alright, so if I level them up, here we go. Armament under research. So it looks like it, okay, so it redoes it, so we're gonna have to go through. So it does it at the same rate that we were just upgrading the gun. Now is the normal rate to upgrade the research here. So what do I need to, I need more cores in the glitter market. How much they let me get? 1780. So 3,000. Yeah, so you can see, like, I mean, it's gonna take forever to push this next, just the helmet through to 100% again. That's gonna take a while. And then I don't know where it goes, so it stays at 30k and 40. I don't know where that goes after that, but it looks like it's very. Let's see, did that do anything? We were at 2-1. Yeah, so it went 0.02 for going up like 6% at that point, like just moving it. Moving it 6% was worth 0.02. So it doesn't look like we're gonna get any kind of jumps and leaps and bounds to go through. Yeah, look at you, Goku. I got you. So it is what it is to go through. All right, that is for me. I mean, that's a complete disappointment. I was hoping for more than that for T11s, like at least from a damage perspective. I will say that they look amazing. They don't do anything, but they look amazing. I wish they actually cause more damage than they do. But we'll see what happens. My guess is they need to tweak something to get that to be right. I don't know what's that. But yeah, they look great in the base. All right, so Rexon wanted me also to he was bringing up the Warzone duel, right? So one of the things I want to talk about here from a Warzone duel perspective that we have coming up on Saturday, which I will be recording ours, and then I'm going to be moving to 88's Warzone duel. Did you notice the drop in damage after the loss of the tactic card? Did I notice a drop in damage after the loss of the tactic cards? You mean like the battle cards? I don't know. I don't distinctly remember noticing that what we lost there, advances. But there were definitely buffs that we used. Like we had, everybody knows about the 4+1 that we used left and right. We took in and out of the lineup for the battle card when we were using it. But I don't distinctly remember like my. But you know what? In all fairness, advances, I don't know that I'm the best person to ask because in the season I didn't upgrade anything for 10 weeks and then once the season ends and I lost all those battle cards, I transferred and I was using all my my stuff and I jumped like 20 million in hero power. So for me, that would have been why I didn't notice personally. Because I was all of a sudden I went from 208 hero power to like 230 when I came to 71. So unfortunately, I didn't see that. But it'll be great. It'll be great to find out. Well, that's a community on Discord. What the deal with that is to see. It's a great question. No. So everybody knows that we have Warzone Duel coming up this week. And we had the map and what they made. And we touched on this yesterday. And, I have a lot of brothers over in 88. That's where I came from before I moved to 71. I mean, really, like, I take a minute on this account to always thank 88. Hey, Self-Reliant. Nice to have you in, man. Appreciate it. I do want to just take a minute to thank Server 88. Like, we came from another server, 87. They welcomed us in. Like, we were there the whole time we were in 88. Like, we were just part of the server. They treated us amazing while we were there. Just spot on, amazing people, and just, amazing server to be a part of. So for anybody out there, like, who's wondering, yeah, 88 top notch. people. Not to mention, they are straight killers. Like, I mean, if you don't like killing, then don't go to 88. So, one of the things when you look at it, when we align these up, right? 88 is actually a pretty strong server. I mean, let's take a look at where their hero power is. They have, JS, who's 308, which is pretty strong. He's their whale. Josh the Winners, who's been incredibly strong. He's 254. That's bigger than I am over there, because I'm around 242, and he's 254. They have a third person here, Reckless, who they had transferred, who's 247. And then they have 213, 212, as they go down. So they're pretty decent in power here. But then they lined them up against, in all of the, like, I don't know why they wouldn't deserve respect given their size, because they lined us up like 71 against RPF, and RPF doesn't have anybody over 190 for total hero power, and we have, I don't know, 15 people over. I mean, well, when we talk about 190, we have more than that over 190. Let's see. From a 190 perspective, you have to go. Yeah, okay. So we have 14 people over 190, and on top of that, obviously, we have 2 people almost that are 400 in 336, right? So. I mean, this is crazy, right? Okay, so let's say you wanted to give back to Wales or something. You say, okay, we're gonna make it a disadvantage here and there. Okay, whatever. When you look over here at this lineup, you're thinking the same thing. You're like, okay, here's a weaker server, 262, 222. They only have 2 people here, and they matched them against 96, or I'm sorry, 86. And then when you look at 86, they have. They have Gogo, who's 344 by himself. And then you just look at this, like, straight up lineup of killers. I mean, they run deep. We just said 71 only has 14, and 86 you go to 190, you're at 25. So, okay, so that'll tell you right there, that's a long day for 97. That's about to happen. And then we go into 128, and we look at them. 128 has, again, when you look at just above 190, you can look here at 13 people here that are above 190, and they're going against 103, and 103 only has like 8 people, but they don't have any like really necessarily strong people. They only have 4 people above 200, and 128 had a lot more. I mean, you can look at it. Listen, compared to the other ones, this is closer, But look, I mean, they only had 4 people above 200, and here I have 11 people above 200. So come on, let's be realistic, right? Okay, so in saying all that, getting to a point here that 88 is not 88 is not 103. 88 is not 97 or 108. Like, 88 is actually like, decent size. Like they have people here, like over 200. You have 8 that are over 200, but they have a strong here. But then they plopped them against 107. And I don't know if you guys know 107, but they have like 2 VIP 18s, like a 409 and a 396. So there's 2 400s here. I mean, like, and then they still have 200s. They have 9 of them. So this is going to be, I mean, it's a tough matchup for 88. Like, it's just it's a rough pull of the card. When you look at everybody in here that, when they put all the matchups together, I'm just feeling like 88 could have got some love. And why didn't they get an easier opponent like 86 gets 97, or 71 got 108 and 120. Okay, so why didn't 88? Why aren't they one of the team? Why aren't they deserving to get in there? And you can say I'm biased and whatever to 88, but I don't know. I'm just looking at the matchmaking and just thinking like, I don't know why you did that to me. Like, it just feels like you kind of ripped them off a little bit. As it is, even if they got through whoever you gave them, they would have had to face 86, who's a murderer's row. So when you think about the road that 88 was given, that they have to make it through, even if they were to get through 107, then they got to make it through 86, which is crazy. So I don't know. We've been talking about this matchmaking for over 600 days, and listen, we got our servers expanded. Like, I understood when we were server 69 to 100, the matchmaking made more sense because there was a limited amount of servers that you could match against one another, and you were trying to figure it out. And you were stuck. Like, what were you going to do? There was only 30 servers to choose from then. So okay, that made sense to me, to have 32 servers. But they expanded us to 64 servers now. So you have 69 to 132. So you're telling me that this is the best matchups that you can do in 64 servers? I mean, come on. Like, it's just, And by the way, just to get a win, it's not necessarily the servers that are, when you look at 86 and you look at 71 and 128 and 107, I mean, well, 107 is still going to have their hands full with 88. By the way, I'm just telling you, after we're done with ours, I'm cutting over to this because I know that will not be finished in a tidy hour. I can tell you that much. 88's not going down like that. I guarantee you they go down swinging hardcore. So you guys can say that I'm biased until you watch that battle. Tune in on Saturday and you'll say, oh, okay, QB wasn't joking. Like, they're not going down without a fight. They're strategic and they are smart. They will hang around. So I know we'll be able to cut over to that battle. But the problem with these other servers, like 71 and 86 and 128, you have to motivate your people to show up for the battle. They just look at it and think the battle's over and you won. People don't even show up. They're like, oh yeah, other things to do on Saturday. You don't need me. You're going to win that easy. Isn't that bad enough that somebody has to say that? Like, doesn't that tell you that the matchups are bad, even if you're on that side where you're kind of like, maybe I won't show up, but you guys don't need me to be part. We don't need strategy. You don't need that. That's not fun either. So as much as you're like, yeah, you get rewards and you get this and you get that, sure. But, like, you still want to war. You still like strategy. You want to worry about, like, actual matchups and fun. It's like Meteorite, right? Like, everybody gets pissed because of Meteorite because the free-to-play players and the low spenders just get raked. I mean, you just get raked, man. Like, and the game benefits people for it. They say, hey, wait until they collect and then go hit them as hard as you can. And everybody has a problem with that. Well, the same thing here. Like, what's the difference? Like, you're just beating up on people that are got a rough road in front of them. Like, I mean, I'm not going to say nobody has a chance. I don't want to sit there and, act like people can't win a war. But nobody could show up and then you don't win a war. But come on. Like, let's just be honest about it. It's just bad matchmaking. It's gone on for long enough. It's over 600 days. Whatever their strategy is, whatever they do to make up these matchups, and they're trying to give like cakewalks. At some point, I'll give you a perfect example of it. When you have the at the end of the season, you end up putting everybody in a bracket, right? And then you end up having the strong fight the strong. Right? And you see who is the strongest. You do that. You do that at the end of a season. So at what point can we get a Warzone duel where we go, okay, let's see who the strongest is? Double the rewards. Double the rewards for it and give the, like, put the rewards based on your strength of server, okay? So everybody will say, the whales, everybody else wants the rewards. Okay, so let's say it's about the rewards, okay? Based on similar to what you do with Versus in the Diamond League, okay? As you go up higher, you get better rewards for being in a higher league. Okay, so if all the servers are stronger, then when you match them up for Warzone Duel, double the rewards. Make it tougher battles, make the rewards even sweeter. So that way, whoever loses still gets the same rewards if they were in a lower bracket and they would have won. So you get the same rewards for losing. That way, everybody's motivated, everybody gets the same rewards, and all you get is good fights. You get good wars and good fights. And then guess what? The loser gets to fight the loser. So even in the semifinals, you're going to have a tough matchup because even then, you fight a tough team from the top bracket to go on and go. So I don't know. At some point you have to do. Some point you have to make it so that it's a little bit tougher to do, like some of these things, and maybe it's for troop training and however you got to figure it out. Maybe you got to stretch them out. Maybe you have to make these seasons. We had 2 Warzone duels, so maybe instead you make the bracket. Maybe you have a war this week. Next week you do Meteorite. And the following week, you do the semifinals. So maybe you put a week buff in between so everybody can train troops and everybody comes in. But at least the matchups are better. You extend out the Warzone duel. We had 2 Warzone duels anyway. We just had a month break where we didn't have a Warzone duel. We just did Meteorites for like a month, and now you're deciding to do a season or a Warzone duel again. So that's all. I'm just saying. I don't know. Tell me it doesn't make sense. I don't know. Maybe QB's just off his rocker, but okay. So Kamal, see, I don't know who was 100 fighting again. I can't remember. I'm not. We fought you guys. I know you show up. It's not like you don't show up for the fight. So I totally get it. I'm with you. I don't remember who you were going against, but Vancy's. I've noticed Asian servers don't have that issue of showing up to server battles. That's not true. 71 fought server 70 in our first battle. That server 70's an Asian server, and they didn't show up. They didn't show up at all. There's nobody that showed up. They showed up for points. It was a walkthrough. I did it on live. You can go look at it on live if you want. Our 71 versus 70 battle. It was a cakewalk. There was nobody on the battle. It was hard to even hunt down and find people to fight in that battle. It was so bad nobody showed up. So no, that's not true at all. That just because it's an Asian server that they all show up. 96. Yeah, you again. That's a rough matchup. That's a rough matchup for you. So yeah, I mean, you show up, you fight exactly. I mean, you'll pull it out and actually fight, But that's in 96. 96 is brutal. I know 96 took a lot of nonsense for how they ended up finishing in their season. They took a lot of blowback for that, and they didn't deserve it. They had their own faction turn on them, and anybody who's in a season, think about if your leading partner. And you're in the middle of your season when you're doing the factions, by the way, after, season 1. But let's say you're in a faction and your number one partner in your first war you go out, you think you're going to fight, they turn around and team up against you. Well, think about that. How are you? You can be as strong as you want. So not only do you have your strong opponent, because don't forget they split it so that you're the 1A and they're the 1B. So you're already could be going against a strong opponent, but now you have your strong opponent plus your own side, your own faction is fighting you. And right in the beginning of the season. It's just wild. Who's going to overcome that? So everybody looked at 96 and they punked them and they were like, oh, they have all these 3, VIP 18s, but then look where they finished because, I think one of them, I don't want to speak out of school, but I believe one of them didn't finish in the top 10, and one of them finished like 7th or something. I don't know. Somebody in the chat, if you know for what the finals ended up being for that. They were obviously weren't in my season, but just think about it. Like, that's just brutal. Like, nobody's going to be able to survive that. So it's certainly not 96's fault that they ended up, where they end up. Their own faction turns on you. You're in big trouble. So 96 is without a doubt one of the most powerful servers within our 64 servers. They're incredibly strong. So, I don't know how deep they are for participation. I don't have them on here. I'd love to call them up. I don't know. I don't have anybody that was that's 96. I don't think I have anybody any way to pull them up. Maybe in my verses. I don't think we're against 80 this week. And I don't know if any of these teams are in 96. Oh, here's 100. Can pull them up. So 100. Brutal. Killer sold his account, and he got moved around. How everybody is, but still the same people. Yeah, I mean they're. Yeah, if I could pull up 96, I mean 96 this is a brutal matchup too. Show up and fight, but just saying, it's a rough matchup for them, and I'm not sure where 96 was. I don't think any of these teams are in 96. I don't know offhand, but I don't know. I don't have I don't have all the 96 teams memorized to know if any of these teams are in 96. But in any case, they're 96 is tough. They have like 3 VIP 18s. They have Stickmin, Abria. They're just really just incredibly strong. So it's it's just something, something needs to be done with the matchmaking. We've seen it for our Warzone duels. We see it in our seasons, that everybody's in, and we've been saying it for a long time. And here we are. Everybody wanted a Warzone duel, and I'm not sure this is exactly what everybody had in mind when we started doing it. But you sent it to me? Cool, Vader. Vader's on top of it. Don't worry about Vader. Vader will take care of it. Watch 7. Okay, you ready? Watch 96. 96 is where there. Okay, so you have Stickmin, who that's not so crazy. Stickmin, who's 488. That's so nuts. I mean, I look at CDF and Hulk, and I'm like, wow. And then you just look at, I mean, these accounts are in another planet. They're just in another planet. Like 488. And then you got P-Touch 477 and Abria's 453. I mean, Stickmin is just freaking. I don't know. I don't even know what's left for Stickmin to get at this point. That's crazy. I mean, I watch Hulk go up and see what Hulk gets. I mean, Stickmin has to be. I don't know. I don't know what's left to buy. I don't know what could be left. His Wall of Honor, I guess he must be working on. Whatever it is, and a great guy too, by the way. Like, he's been nothing but nice to me for. And by the way, nothing but nice to me for probably like 400 or 500 days that I've known the guy. Like, it's just, he's always just been nice. I mean, I didn't have to be on a server with him, but now these guys right here, they've got, they took a lot of slack and they got punked a little bit because they didn't finish in the top 10 or whatever, because look how strong they are, But at the same time, again, I don't care if you are this strong when your own faction fights against you, and they're on different teams. It's not like they're all together in the same team. When your own faction is fighting against you with another team that's fighting against you, who is strong, again, 1B, it's not like the other team. I don't know who they went against, but I guarantee you it was somebody who was strong. It's hard to win. I don't know how you're going to win. So I don't feel like they should be judged that way for a server. And they're just really strong overall. They got a bunch of strong accounts in here. Clearly, you look at a 25 over 200. We were looking at some of those other ones. 190. You got 29 that are over 190. So what we were looking at before, some of them had like 7 and 8. I think even like 71 had like 14. They got 29 of them. So 100, you'll show up. But just saying, you got your work cut out for you. That's all I'm saying. Got your work cut out for you because these guys are just skyrocket with hero power. Unbelievable. How it is. So, I mean, it's a perfect matchup, though. Again, we were just talking about it. I'm not even looking at my own bracket, but for... I don't blame you. I don't blame you, Camus. Listen, Camus, it doesn't change the fact I was just talking about how they're unfair matchups, and now we're talking about 100 versus 96, right? Like, I mean, come on. And you're in the same boat as 88, by the way. Like, you guys have a strong server. It's not like you guys don't deserve a decent matchup either. You have a strong server. This is a tough matchup that they're going to put you against these guys. Like, I mean, come on. I mean, I will say this. Let me take a step back for a second. I don't know who you put against them in a quarterfinal that's going to be, able to be matching up with them in a quarterfinal. I don't know that exists, that you're going to match up good with them because there's pretty, when you look at our 64 servers, to me, they are right up there as the top server in the 64. They're right up there. I mean, it is what it is. Like, but they are, when you're starting with this at the top 3, by the way, you are going to be in the top, to the server. So, anyway, we'll leave it at that. So I don't think the matchups. I think the people are still getting kind of screwed over a little bit with the matchups. I'm not a fan. Don't like it, and I think they ought to change it. So, yeah, that is that. Glittering Market. We started to look at Glittering Market. They now have the material in here. I need to look at, like, we just did it for the T11. I haven't had time to, like, actually price it out from the Tuesday to what it is here from a price perspective. So I'll analyze that and get back to you. Like, I don't want to say, like, oh, it's a great deal, get it here. I don't know. I need to price it out to figure out how much it is, like, per armament to actually see if it is. But it has to be better. I will tell you this, has to be better than a weekly deal. These are all out. Everybody who was doing the weekly deal earlier was just to get to where we are right now to show off that you have T11 troops. That's it. Nobody should be getting the weekly deal. Nobody. Stop with the weekly nonsense. If you look at anything in the weekly deals, they're all absolutely horrific. Horrific. The way that the stores stack in the weekly deals, they're terrible. Look at the bond badges. I just showed you 10 for 50. We just went over this in the Bounty Hunter event. You could get 50 of them in the Bounty Hunter event for like half the price, if not like more than half cheaper, especially if you're getting other things. The one that really sticks out always to me that was just crazy, exclusive weapons. Think about this. For $100, you get 80 exclusive weapons. Think about how bonzo crazy that is. That's crazy. 80 exclusive weapons for $100? That's nuts. That's just nuts. I mean, really, like, I don't care. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're Whale. I don't care if you're Stickman. I don't care who you are. You should not be paying $100 for 80 exclusive weapons. It's the principle of the matter. Like, come on. And they give us, what do they give us? 300 and something for $300 in the on Hero Day. So it's basically like, I'm pretty sure it's more than that. I'm pretty sure you get 160 and 80, you get like 240. Maybe you get like 300. You get around 300 or something for $270 or something. It's just so much cheaper. It's just crazy. Let's see. Advances. Ever since you can buy the badges on the Glittering Market with diamonds, I've been getting mythic glitter. For the ever since you can get now the coins. Yeah, it's awesome. That's awesome that they did that for people to allow them to actually do it. It's crazy. Jason, what do you got? $35 for 70. Oh yeah, because in the beginning it starts, right? So when it's $5, whatever you get, right? You get 10 or something for 5, and then what is it, like 20 for 10, and then 40. Yeah, so that ends up being 70 for 35. That makes sense. Yeah, so think about that. You get 70 exclusive weapons for $35 on Hero Day, or you get 80 for 100 in the weekly store. It's just a complete rip-off, man, to do that. 35 for 70. What do you mean 35 for 70 for weekly? For daily? What do you mean daily? You mean in here? Do they have exclusives in the daily? No, they don't have any. They don't have exclusive in the daily. I know what you mean by 35 for 70 daily. Because they don't have them in here for the deal. The only place that they have them is in the weekly store. The must buy. I see. Yeah, this is daily must buy. You mean the 10? You mean the 10 for $5? When we first open it every day? Yeah, the $5 deal. Yeah, I got you. But that's 10. Yeah. So if you do it that way, yeah. I mean, the daily, it's a long road to have to collect them 10 at a clip. But yeah, 100% point. $35 for 70. It just amplifies how much it is. I mean, even on Hero Day, I don't know what it is, but I think it's like 5 for 10, and then 20 for 10 or something like that, and then 40 for 20. Whatever it is. I don't know what it. I can't remember what it is, but 80 for 100 is crazy. I'm telling you. It's like, I don't know. There's no need to be spending them. You can spend it, but there's no need. It's the same with any of the stuff that you're getting here. The drone chips, the drone parts, everything is cheaper in the events in the weekly store. Just trying to get this stuff faster is just not. You just should not be doing it. So armament is no different. I would not purchase this again. In here, it was like a one-time deal when they first came out to be able to unlock them, get them, and show you guys the T11s, and then be able to test them out and see if they're worth anything. But otherwise, no, I'll be upgrading them per usual in the usual places, and I encourage you not to purchase any of that pricing. It's terrible. It's terrible. So glittering market, 100% great point. By the way, Avances, that you can now save your glitter coins. And I highly encourage, for those even free to play, save them, because you can get the T11, but as you've seen so far, I don't know what they're going to do with the T11 troops, but right now they're underwhelming, to say the least. Free to play, stay with the prints, get your mythics. If you could save up and get more mythic prints, keep doing it. Just keep getting that gear filled out. It is so difficult to fill out your gear and your reds. It just takes an eternity. So if you can just save it and you find the different spots, your bullets, you can get it. They're in the season store, you can get it. Here you can get it for free. Don't forget, make sure you're getting your honor points. Please make sure you're getting your honor points. Please. Yeah, but make sure you're taking advantage of it. Now, for those that want to use it, to upgrade your T11s, go ahead. I don't know, right now, I can't recommend T11s in here, but yeah. So anyway, what's worth buying in here? Typically, I get the level 5 drone component. For those that have been tuning into WWC, I've been on drone component strike, although I'm starting to turn a little bit. I will come back around. There's plenty of other places to address, and I always do. It just drives me nuts how they rip us off with these drone components. So what I'm probably going to end up doing is getting the drone components, like the select drone components, and just push my missile and get it done eventually, and just buy it slowly but surely for that. But I do like to get every time I get the level 5 drone component chest here. No is a big no. And a big no, although, I mean, I'm going to actually turn my attention. I'm coming up on my last exclusive weapon. I've seen a lot of people just keep pushing their exclusive weapon. I am not. I'm going to start addressing my wall of honor. I feel like there's way more benefit pushing to get the wall pushed for percentages than sitting there trying to push your exclusive weapons for 100,000 more power, which is just not worth it. So, choice static chips from the glittering store. I'm thinking of getting them. All right, Camus. Yeah, so typically I always get these level 5s, and then I get the mythics to fill out your team. Very few places to get them. I think if you're buying them straight out, it's probably like $300 to get mythic prints. And then you come down, and the classic stuff to buy. The purple boxes are really the go-to. I would recommend this. Comments more than I would recommend buying the select drone components. So it depends on what you're going for with these. If to me, by getting these 30 chests, you're typically going to get four gold chips when you open up those chests. At least 3 you're going to get out of those purple chests. Unless you get really bad luck. You're really bad luck. If you're going to open 30 of those chests and you only get like 1 or 2, you got bad luck. Because every time I open those things, I usually get like 3 or 4 of them. And really it ends up working out that it's worth like the select. Now, if you're going to buy them, I like this purchase because you don't only get the bonus of the chests. They'll give you will give you the gold chips, but you also get the boosts from the purple as well. So you kind of address, the boost, and you get the gold chips. Now, the problem is you can't choose where they're going. So if you're going to spend on actual chips, I recommend paying the extra money and going with the 5 here for the select. Not this where they just end up being random like here. Because random you can get right in here. When you open up the purple and you can't control it. So if you're gonna spend the money on actually getting chips, just make sure you get the select chips. That's what I would say. And then you have you can get blueprints here and buy blueprints here. I think they are cheaper in the mobilization? I think mobilization event. I think the last time I worked it out, I thought it was cheaper. I think. It ends up being cheaper because of the free tickets that you get for mobilization. So it depends on how much money you're spending in your budget. Like if you're pushing and you're getting $100 and you get the tickets in the mobilization, you can get the 12 blueprints with the free tickets, and it works out to be cheaper than pushing them for the glittering event. So it really depends on how much you're willing to spend, because the mobilization event, the whole point is the more you spend, you get those free tickets. If you're getting the free tickets and you get the value, if you're not pushing far enough to get the $100 free tickets, or is it 54? I can't remember now where you get the 40 and the 60. If you're not getting those for free, then you're missing out on kind of the value of the mobilization event, and things start to become priced out more. They're more expensive. So it really depends on how much you're spending. But from a low spending perspective, you don't need to buy prints in here. You don't need to buy prints in mobilization. You don't need to buy prints anywhere. You just need to get your honor points, and you need to make sure you're getting your 50 a month, because if you're coming up short in honor points, then you're leaving money on the table. So don't leave money on the table, and please get your honor points. And if you're having trouble getting your honor points, then you need to get yourself in a better alliance so that you can get more honor points. For the Warzone, like Warzone duels coming up, we're going to get a boatload in our Warzone duel right here. Where we getting? So 10K if we win, right there. And then let's see. So you get 5. I don't remember how many you get here. You get 500, 500. It's 1,000. There's 3,000, 4,500, 6,000, 9,000, 12,000, 15. 15, that's 20. 20,000, plus if you win, you get 30. So this is 30,000, and then don't forget, we have 3 of these wars that we can get. So in the next 3 weeks, that'd be 100,000 honor points just for this alone you could get. Or even if you don't win, you're going to get 20. You're going to get 60. And if you win, you get 70. So, like, you know what I mean? Like, just kill it. Jason, realistically, I'm hitting a glass ceiling on components at least level 9. Yeah, like, that's honestly, that's the hardest thing. You put so much into these components, and it's really difficult once you get to level 9 to try to push to level 10. It just becomes an absolute grind for anybody. So everybody thinks it's a fun game to get to level 9, but when you get to level 9, your progress just completely just halts, and you can't get that level 10 bump. And you see, the frustrating thing for me is I'm not even halfway here, so I'm like halfway total for all 3 on the right. And look how much percentage I'm doing on the left. Already they've given me 16% and 13%, 8%. Like, it's a racket, man. The component thing is a racket. So I sit here and, I talk a good game and I fight the good fight, and then they get sucked in because I want to just get this to level 10. So, but it's one of the toughest things, and there's such a big buff too when you get them. You're talking about the bonus just for coming up for me when I get to 60. Like, I'm gonna get 1%. This goes up 0.5% for the skill damage. Like, it's so good. There's such good bumps. So that's why we sit there and try. Got Jason. Honor this month. 39 blueprints and 2 reds. I missed 1 meteor. Oh, man. I don't like that. Even if you missed meteor, your team didn't win. You didn't get the team bonus for winning. Coming in. I am at right now, just my progress coming in. We got 21 hours, so tomorrow it'll be done for all of you that are in around our servers. So you better get those honor points. Hopefully you got Winter Storm today. I cleared them and I have 300,000 right now, so I'll have plenty to. I should hit it without a problem. The next one, but again, I made a video to help you get it. If you just keep trekking through all these events, I'm doing the same events that you're doing. The only difference is I may be in a better alliance and I'm getting those things. But like Vader's told you, many people have told you on this WWC account, if you think that hitting the point totals is just for whales, it's not. It's a cakewalk to hit the point minimums. It really is. The point minimums for these things are not hard to hit. They do not take a lot of hard. They're not hard to hit, and if you're not hitting your point totals, then you're not playing it right. So really, like, by all means, message me, hit me up on Discord, like anything. If you want some help or doing anything, I'm more than happy to help you make sure you're hitting your totals and get it. Because guys, it's so important to me. Like, this is why I'm here. This is what I'm doing this for. I'm here, like, hopefully to help you guys. That's what I'm here doing this, because people find it helpful. Well, if you find it helpful, the things that I say, then please get your honor points. Please don't let the game give you free things that are worth hundreds of dollars like this, and you just, like, throw your nose up like, I can't hit it. I can't get there. Like, you've got to be able to hit these events. It's you got to figure out the time to do it. You got to figure out when you can get the Winter Storm in. There's 3 different times to do it. What's best for you? Stick around. It's going to take you a few times to win it, okay? But please, I want to harp on it anymore, but it's really important to me that you guys get those and get your free blueprints and your free mythics. It's so cool that in 5 months you get 10 mythics. Like, sounds like nothing, like 5 months, but guess what? You were playing this game anyway for those 5 months. Who gives a crap? You were playing it anyway, right? You were going to play this game all year anyway. Now, you got a chance to get 20 free mythics for playing that same game you were loving before. Don't miss out on it. Make sure you're getting them. Comments. Honestly, the main reason I keep coming back to your streams, you are humble and lack the bad attitude I've seen from other strong players in the game. Keep it up. All right, thank you, man. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I keep harping on this too and whatever, and it sounds lame because I keep saying it over and over again. But the only reason why I keep doing this is because the people that continue to message me every day, I must get 5 messages, 6 messages a day from people I've never even heard of, from servers that are 996, 1,235, who are finding it useful and thanking me. And I thank back to you. And you come back and you say, you should be the one that's thankful. But really, honestly, I just appreciate that you guys enjoy the content and you find it useful. Everybody who's on Discord, kind of forming this slow rolling Discord community of kind of being together. And this isn't about hitting large numbers. This is about just being a tight unit where everybody finds everybody's information helpful and useful. There's a lot of maps and there's a lot of things that you find on Google that you're trying to uncover and find out about the game. The problem is there's nobody there to bounce your questions off of or talk about that map or talk about that guide or where did that guide come from? Anyway, who the hell knows? Like, does that person play the game? How long did that person play the game for? So it's really nice to have the community get you all, and that's why I don't miss a second. I don't miss a comment that I will respond to every single day on YouTube, because that's my goal. So I appreciate you, comments. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bailey, server 1703 here. Welcome, Bailey. Glad to have you in. And yes, you have single-handedly driven all my progress and love for the game. Thank you so much, Bailey. It means so much to me. You saying that, but you know what? You drove all that progress, because I can tell you all the information, but if you don't use it or find it useful of how you can use it within yourself and your own servers and everything else, then all the credit goes to you for using the information and going out there and just thinking for yourself. Like, a lot of stuff I'm doing is just putting the knowledge in your lap to think about it and think about the game a little differently. That's all. Than just telling people what to do necessarily. What you got for me, Vader? What do you got, Battle? What you got? 51.2. Vader got beat. You got beat. I see a Sarah versus Sarah. Sarah in the right position. Yep, that's optimum. That's optimum lineup. Much. Okay. Must be something else going on here. Oh. Okay. Well, you got the guaranteed stun already. I see this. But, no. Oh, no Kim. This is the same battle you had the other day, Vader? Except you changed the lineup around? Who did they put in here again? Why do they not have Kim? Morrison over Kim. That's wild. That is wild. Only 3 exclusive weapons. It's wild. You won the exclusive weapons. You won the gear. Your gear placement, no problem with your gear placement. Your gear placement looks optimum. Their gear placement looks good. No problem there. Okay. Yeah. And thank you so much, Bailey. I really appreciate you. 9.5, 9.8. Let's see. 175 to 174. Okay. Drone's pretty even. Chips look good. That's all even. They got a little bit more on the chips, a little bit more on component, but that's not going to make or break this battle. I mean, your drones have to be pretty close, right? Yeah, 9.8 to 9.5. So, all right. Gorilla. Okay, and this is you attacked, right? So that's your siege. It's not anything your defense here. And their defense is only 56% too. It's air versus air. They're going to boost energy percentage. Why are you missing? Why are you missing out on this? Why are you missing out on this, Vader? This is one of those easy. Isn't this from Garage? Isn't this from Garage? I think this is from like the Garage. Yeah, look at that. It's from the Garage. You don't have your Garage completed for your one team? What's going on, Vader? Oh, this isn't your one squad? You tell me why you don't have 2 garages completed that you can't use for this squad. You don't have your second garage done? That's weird, Vader. Do you have the weekly pass? Or the monthly pass for the 4th? You probably don't, right? Which is fine, but I mean, this is an easy one you're giving away here. 3%. That's garage tech. Should at least complete the 2. This is garage tech, and this is garage. I'm putting together the new tech series for everybody so we can break this stuff down so you guys can know, like, you know, we're going over the power next, right? So where you're getting your power from. Easy spots. I mean, these are easy things. These are like the garage tech down here that you just complete to max out for your garage. That's where you're getting these percentages from. So he's got 3% on you there, which is a silly place to get it. But let's see. So your attack here, your air, you're actually getting more, which makes sense because your siege is better than his defense. So you're getting a buff here, which is just shocking. All right. This doesn't make any sense to me. This report doesn't make any sense. It's not digesting. Oh, he had. Okay, so this is the Deco guy. So he had you in like critical rate by a lot, right? Yeah, so he got you by 8% in crit rate, which is big. He's got you 4% in skill damage. He's killing you with this Deco. That's where this advantage is coming from. Plus, he's got, where's he at with his skill? Oh man, he's getting you with the tactic cards. You're losing 7% for your hit point attack and boost. He's got you 7% with your tactic cards. He's got you 8. He's killing you with the Deco. I mean, this is huge. Like 8% crit damage and your boost skill damage. He's got you. And then I think he's okay. So you're both war leader. All right. Let me watch the stuns on this report too. What is this? Your second team, Vader, or your third team? Two stuns right there. But that's you. Oh, this is a close battle. 3. Okay. Hold on. I gotta watch this one more time. I should have just replayed it. Okay. One more time. Let me see how many you get stunned. This is a crazy loss. Yeah, it's chewing up your defense. I'm not seeing any of it. You didn't get stunned. Yeah, man, that Deco, it's. He's using the Morrison and Skylar debuff. Yeah, I mean, completely wild. Yeah, I'm lost. I'm lost on that one, Vader. This is different. Between the tactic cards here and your and the deco disadvantage that you have, it's got to be what we're seeing with that crit damage that you're getting eaten up. I have 1 and 4 done. I didn't have it set in 3v3. I just changed it. Okay, yeah. And my tactic card I changed to do troops training. For what? I mean, golly, using the tactic card for troop training. You're giving away 7% here, man. So, yeah, I mean, deco. This is a story of deco too. Like, this is just a great deco stuff. Because everything else in this report is pretty much even, and the fact that they took out their, I'm gonna run this. I'm gonna run some of this. I'm gonna see. I gotta run the numbers on this. I have to run the numbers on Morrison over Diva. Like, that's wild. Because there's just no way that. What are you getting for Diva's damage? How? See, it's the deco. It's the deco. There's no way that you're getting the Sarah Hold on. I gotta see. This is blowing my mind. I know this is probably incredibly boring, but like I'm nerding out right now, and this breaks the mold on everything that I usually am looking at here. I got to see how long Sarah's staying alive, because it doesn't make any sense that Morrison's damage is going to end up more than Diva if Sarah is staying alive. Yeah, like Sarah's alive. The battle's long, and all right, Sarah goes down, and his Sarah is alive. But the battle's over. Yeah, no, it's the crit damage. It has to be the decal crit damage that they're getting enormous. It's making a huge difference there. That he's getting a crit damage buff from that's going up. That's the only explanation for what's happened is right here. Is you got a 3% damage reduction difference. You got the 8%, almost 8% crit damage, and then a 4% boost, skill boost damage. That's it. Plus your tactical cards. But anyway, that's what I would say there. Vader, gotta be. I don't know that there's any way you can make up for that to prove that out, but that's I don't know. I like to see you fight somebody else in 3v3 to pull a same. I wish there was somebody that's around your same level like this so you can pull a similar report, but that's it. And yeah, put the garage, get your garages right, because you can just switch over your 4th garage. You got your 3rd garage here? Like, throw your 4th garage. That's easy. That's an easy 3%. And anybody else who's watching, that's an easy 3% he's giving away just for his garage, because his garage is misaligned. So align that garage. Thomas, I have a battle report from last week. Enemy buster. I ambushed. Dinner with a rally. If you are interested, of course I am. I'm always interested in battle reports. That's what I do. I like nerd out on these battle reports. They're so good. Just like the accounts. But this one, I really just want to see. I want to see Vader fight in like somebody else who has a similar makeup to this person of 50 of the same thing. But I don't know how many you're going to see people that are going to use. I don't get why with that same crit damage that he would have gotten with that deco. How is it better to use? I almost want to message this person. I want to see him fight you again and put Diva in. Where is Diva? That's what I'd like to know. Where is hey Vader on his 3v3? Where is Diva? If he's not using it with air. Who is this? Who is this? I can look at him myself. Who is this? This is 1GN Kaplan. What number are you? 1GN. 1GN. One GN. Oh, did I just see you? Oh, there he is. Got it. He put his diva with his missile? Hmm. Do you have that fight too? Do you have that fight with his diva with the tank first missile? Where you would have fought, or well, he would have. Yeah, you attacked him, I think, right? So because he's throwing his gorilla over here, but I'm guessing that didn't come out. I'm guessing that didn't play out good. Anyway, that's. I'd like to see that. Draw it to me after. I'd like to see all three of those battles. Here's the report. Here's the report of what? CDF? Oh my god. Where is what is this from? Oh yeah, you guys had kill event, right? You FS4 against one FTC. Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. You guys rallied CDF. All right. So you're 70, 77. You didn't do it. You didn't do much there. 7. So who oh, she didn't have her she didn't have her wall. She didn't have her wall right. I mean, that's only the way it is 3489, but she didn't have her wall right. Anyway, CDF's wall was messed up. She had her 4 team second on her wall. Which, by the way, her 4 team is 84.1. But I mean, you beat, like, whoever this is, this person right here, beat her 4 team. I don't know if you ambushed her. You guys got murdered. That you ambushed her. You guys lost 15,000 3489. But it's funny, her wall is messed up. Which is and it's funny because even though her wall is 84.1, it was able to get through with 66.6. Number of the beast. No exclusives. Doesn't matter. Like, so even if you're at the 4th team and you think the 4th team is strong for the whales. Oh, it was for gags. Yeah, fair enough. Did she do that on purpose, or did you guys just do it and find out that her wall was not right? Or she could have been actually. Did you rally her and she was out? Was she out attacking you? And so maybe she had 2 out attacking you, and you actually hit what was left in her base, which was the 3 and the 4. That might have been what happened. Because I don't show her gorilla on here, so my guess is she was out. She was out fighting. Yeah, that's funny. I mean, this is her 3, 93.6. You guys said that's where you ran into a brick wall. I mean, look at these exclusives, just crazy. It's crazy. I mean, you look at her drone, has got to be nuts. 272 on the drone. Oh, chips. Maxed out in the combat boost. I mean, wild. Just so wild. The 311 chips. Oh, she's reinforcing? Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Hamid, what did you say? Got a report of a 61 million tank versus 60 million air. Tank team won, but I couldn't figure out how from the report. Oh, send it on over. I'd love to see it. 7.6, 6.4. Look at this. Look at this. 66% on tactical. Whale-tical. There's a deco. See, Vader, try this. Try having a freaking 24% crit rate difference. That's crazy. That's so wild. It's double attacker. 15%. Wow. Zeesh. Crazy. That's crazy. No, it's fun, Camus, anyway. It's fun. Yeah, that's wild. That is wild. Where are you on here? You right here, 70, 77? Let's see. Let's see what you got going on there. Actually, a report showed that Diva on the left was better. I like what you're doing with your chips. I mean, your weapons. So, that's good. Like that. Yep. Yeah. Your gear looks awesome. Gear looks awesome. You almost got all your skills done. Let's see. We'll ignore where you're going. Oh, 200. Nice. You're about to push. Good job. Push that over. Even out on your chips. Good chip build. Doing good. Doing good there, Gamis. Like it. 7.6. No reason to push the gorilla, so you're doing fine without it. Your siege and defense, I like. You did that. Yeah, stop pushing two of them. Just pick one. Pick one mastery. I see this so often. Just pick one mastery. Go with it. No need to split. Splitting's crazy. Makes no sense. Just stick with your missile mastery and push. You don't need to unlock Whale-tical anyway. Just whatever. If this is your second team, then just go ahead and focus on completing that. I mean, Deco looks good. Deco looking good. Your tactic card's 6%. Good there. Yeah. I like your I'm picking up what you're putting down there. Thomas, I like it. Doing a good job. It's a good build. Good build. You a low spender? Use some of that deco. Yeah, I think all of us could use some of that deco. Missiles now. Yeah, leave tank alone. Don't touch that mastery. You're doing just fine. Yeah, if you have that, if you end up getting that report, shoot it over. I'd love to take a look at it. 47.9. This was his missile with Diva. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, what do you? I mean, he won the other battle. I don't. He's wasting Diva on this team. This is his throwaway garbage team. He thinks Diva's gonna carry it. I mean, he still brings that deco with him. He still brings that crit rate. So that is, I mean, But I mean, that'll show you right there. I'd like to know where she dies in this battle. Whoa. Wow. The drone single-handedly almost took you out. You had her 5-1, and then all of a sudden... How is that possible? Just from the chips? The difference between the combat boost and the chips? Man, that was crazy. That was crazy. It's KG. I could use that thing. Let's see what we got. It says, focus on the missiles now. Yes, loaded one. Yeah. One thing, I was having a conversation with somebody from the Discord. I will hit you up after there. RPF. I like RPF. Unfortunately, we got to fight him this week. I like everybody. That's my problem. That's my problem. Is I get along with everybody. I should form more enemies, clearly, because I'm in a war game and I like everybody. Okay, so one thing I want to talk about, really, I'm going to end tonight with is just talking about this boost. So one thing, I was having a conversation about the combat boost. We were talking about with somebody from our Discord. I had a conversation, and like I was saying, like for me, like to push this combat boost, right, is like really hard. Like for me to get to level 600, when I got to level 600, it was really disappointing because it was +4. And when you think about like what this is doing from a combat boost perspective, is every time you go up one level from the combat boost, you're actually upping every single one of your chips, right? Like it's not just one chip you get a boost for, it's every single chip. Because the combat boost right here, there's two tabs. You have your star overview, and then on the right side you have your skill boost overview, right? And so it's showing you just for this chip, you're going up by 12.75%, right? So think about how amazing the combat boost is. Now, the reason why I was soured on it originally is because when I went up in combat boost, when I did it at 600, I didn't have my chips developed. So I was behind on my chips when I went to 600, which makes total sense. Like I didn't see a big bump because I was so far behind in my chips. If I was where I am right now in my chips, where my chips are built out here at 9, and I'm seeing such a difference every time I go up in a star for chips, but that's really because that my combat boost is at 600. Like, and that's where I'm getting that boost from. Now, it's going to be forever to get to 750, and I'm not saying that like I'm going to pay money to get to 750. It's a long road to get this far. But when you think about how important this combat boost is and how it increases just by going up that combat boost, it increases every single bump up for your chips that you own. It's an enormous boost that's probably happening. And if you're like me, which you're probably more likely when you have like 5 chips, when you only have 5 stars on your chips, and then you push on your skill chip, or you change squads, because this is what happens to folks a lot, right? Is we don't realize it as much because you could be 5, let's say you're 5 stars on your lead, let's say missile, or you're at air. Let's say you're air, and you're going to change to missile, right? Because that's the typical. If you're paying money, you typically go up the ladder of, okay, I'm a tank, okay, I'm an air, oh, now I'm going to go to missile. That's just a typical like ride up the chain, even of how people kind of go over, or they want to build their second team out. So what happens is, what you don't realize is you start splitting your chips out where you're only, they typically look like something like this, where your chips will be maybe 5, 6, like 5 stars on your chips, right? And then you move out, and then you're moving to the next one, and it's not as big, it's not as built out, whatever it is for your chips. So what I'm saying is when you go up on the combat boost, you probably don't see the level of importance that's happening or the level of bump up that you would get if you had those chips. So here you're thinking, oh my God, my chips are so important because when I do the chips, look at the bump I'm getting. But that's because you're probably at the 450 combat boost and you're already getting the +3, not realizing the difference that boost actually made. Because the one thing they don't tell you on here is the power gain for the boost. They just tell you that it's the +4, the +3, and then when you go into your chips and you look at them, it'll have this, it'll have like your chips, but when you come in, it just shows you your skill boost here, your +4, but it only tells you 320 and it tells you 4%. But it doesn't give you an actual power or power basis off of it. Like if you go up in like when we go into, if I go into my tech and I look at what I'm doing, if I'm doing this and I go in here, it'll show me my power bump. It'll show me how much power each one of these is, right? But for the drone, it doesn't. It's kind of mass power where it's not showing you what the combat boost is actually doing, because it depends on the number of chips that you have. So the point is that although you think all of this power as you increase is coming from the chips, and they are important, that combat boost is giving you such a freaking bonus by doing that +3 and +4 on every single chip that you have. So take that for what it is to think about it as you look to break down the importance of your drone and what you want to work on. And again, what we started this stream with, I can end this stream, and that is at this level of where I am, and I'm at 216. If you are on your way to 150, you're moving to 200 and whatever. Like I started this stream with, I'm getting beat almost everybody. I'm beating guys. Almost everybody at my level has a drone that is higher level than I am at 230, 235, whatever they are. And I just want to say that I'm not seeing the difference in drone level as far as what people are going to get an advantage over me on. I'm seeing it in tech. I'm seeing it in defense, seeing it in siege, seeing it in mastery. Even the whale-tickle to a degree. Like, yeah, people are working on that whale. I love how people are working on that before they finish their defense tech. All my advice is for everybody out there is don't follow the whales, follow the game. Why were these things created? Just think about the concept of why they create these things. Why do they allow you to push your exclusives past level 30? It's because they want whales to still be able to buy stuff and push them by it. It's not for the common player. So don't act like the whale. Just act like the common player that you are. And so same with tech. Long before they came out with whale-tickle, they had all these other things that the whales already completed. They already did their mastery. So don't you skip the step. Don't you jump and go, oh, now I got to do that. Just because you're like, oh, squirrel. Oh, squirrel. Just finish what you're starting. Finish what you're doing and don't skip your steps in doing it. And I think with the same thing here, like I don't have to worry about pushing this drone past 250, and I'm really not that concerned of pushing my drone level, to be honest with you. I'm just going to go slowly but surely. As you can see here, I have plenty of gears that I can use, and I'm just kind of going to go at a decent pace because I'm not seeing this enormous power jump against the people that I'm fighting or myself when I do it. So I would say 200 was a nice little jump. If you can get there, great. But 150, as you push back 150, that's a great place to be because you start individually doing it. Just do that. That's what I would say for you is push to that 150 and then go on. Okay. Wrap up with your questions here. What do you got? Wanted to share battle report, but unfortunately don't have your server cords. Okay. Hit me up on Hamad. Go visit our Discord page and just share with me on Discord. It's right on the front of our YouTube page is the Discord. So you can just follow that and then share it with like all the other people that we have tons of battle reports on there. I'd love to look at it. Bailey, have you got any tips to try and get a lot of drone parts? Because okay, drone parts. Here you go. I don't know where you are, but here, if you're gonna spend any money, just get the weekly pass. I don't know where it is for you. For this is where we are for it. It's an amazing deal. $5 for the 105 drone parts. That's absolutely amazing. So if you're gonna spend any money anywhere else, I'd 100% like that's a great place to start with getting drone gears. Drone for the most part, really from a free to play perspective, if you're trying to get drone gears, I can tell you right now, digs, your alliance digs is the best place to get your gears. You can get them there. I also think the zombie loot store has gears. I believe they don't they have gears at the zombie loot store. I know somebody out there can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can get them there. Your alliance store for your honor. There's where are the drone gears? I know there's somewhere right here. Oh no, that's honor store. Nope, not there. That's only for your blueprints. Don't look at that. Yeah, right here. You can get them in your campaign store. You can get some. But the bottom line, there's no quick way without paying to collect drone gears. Like, there's not a fast way. Otherwise, everybody would already have 5,000 and push their drone quick. It doesn't happen fast, but yeah, drone. When you see a drone dig, most people are like immediately jumping all over that. So. But yeah, the $5 the thing I 100%. This is an amazing deal right here. For $5 for 105, it'll get you to where you need to go slowly but surely. But it's 100 a week is a lot of drone gears when you're free to play. So like at 20 a week, if you're getting 400 a week for drone gears, that's no problem in 1 month. Like that means in like 5-6 months, you're already on your way to like 4,000. That's incredible. Most free-to-play players are like forever trying to get those drone gears. So if you're able to do that, it's a shortcut. It's awesome. That's what I recommend for drone gears for free-to-play or low spender. Bounty Hunter is the only place. It's where Summon Supplies was. It's the only place you can get them in bulk. And the Monday deal for drone gears is okay. Like it's a way better deal at that weekly price than you're gonna get for the day one versus event. So you won't get as many, but you get 100 a week. So I don't know how much if your spend level's above that, then we can talk about other places that you can go. But I wouldn't spend a ton of money on gears anyway. That's not what I would do. Who's attacking me? A Doomwalker. Does that Doomwalker know that I have T11 troops? It would think twice if it saw my drill grounds right now. I'll tell you that. Bring it on. Bring it on, Doomwalker. Go ahead and hit my base. See what happens. My assault raiders will come to my defense. Have you got any tips? Okay, so I got another for you. Go ahead, Vader. What do you got? Bailey, preseason weekly pass doesn't have drone parts. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's when it does come out, that's where you're going to want to go. In the meantime, if you're free to play, it's drone digs and the Alliance store. Like I said, I think the loot store for the zombies, and there's another place that you can get them that I'm. It's not mobile. Is it where else has drone gears? I know I get them from somewhere. Oh! You know where? The zombie. The whatever the zombie event that we do for the Alliance zombie event. When you reinforce people in there, I think you would have gotten it by now. But when you reinforce people successfully and you get the extra reinforcement on the zombies, you get gears for that. You can get a bunch. You can get like 100. I think you can get like 100 in an entire zombie defense for that, by the way. So that's another great place to get them. Breeze season. Yeah. Bailey. I only have XP, iron, food, coin, and diamonds in my weekly pass. Okay. Yep. Fair. So then I just gave you a couple other places. Yeah. Do you have the zombie? What is Vader? What is that thing called? The zombie? What is that thing that we do in the alliance? Why can't I see it? Isn't it? I thought it was in there. I thought it was an event every week. Maybe it just didn't. We didn't do it yet. But we scheduled a zombie whatever. Yeah. The gold buzz zombies. Exactly. Yeah. You can get 6 or 20. Exactly. Yeah. You get a bunch of them. Every time you defend, you get them, and then I think when it's over, you get them. You get a bunch of gears. I know that. The zombie siege. Thank you, Vader. The zombie siege. Yeah. So Bailey, I don't know when that's. We've been doing that for a long time. So you probably have the zombie siege. We've been doing that for a long time at this point. Yeah, I know it. I can't remember that darn thing. But yeah, just make sure the key with events and the key with Last War anyway, right, is to be online as often as you can, because you miss out on these events, and you don't only miss out on that, you just missed out on a boatload of gears. So what is that? Oh, is that where it is? I don't know where it is. Oh, here. Okay. Yep, there we go. Got it. Yeah. So, and does it tell you? I don't know if it tells you. Does it tell you the rewards? Yeah, right here. Here you go. Wave just for 20 waves. Right here. You get it. And then I'm telling you, and it doesn't show you here, but you get those bonus digs for, oh, right here. There it is. See, participate in garrisoning, succeed to receive one of the rewards. I get, when I'm defending, I get these gears all the time. So, if you're not getting those, you're missing out there, Bailey. Oh, and your rewards, there are none? Vader, another person taking Diva out of air team. I don't know, Vader. That's blowing my mind. You can send me that. I'm gonna look at that later. I'm gonna run tests on that now. Oh boy, I just probably made all those tank people upset that I told that I'm turning the page and I'm running the tank. Blame Vader. He's sucking me into more air testing. I know I told you I'm going to tanks, and blame Vader. I don't have it. Wow, they don't give you drone gear. Where are you right now, Bailey? You're preseason 1? Is that where you are? Are you that early in the game? Where are you exactly in the game? Because we've had that for a long time. But I would say then, golly, I don't even think. Oh, you are early. I would love to play. I was just thinking about this the other day. I would love to. Who was it that I was just talking to? I was talking to somebody, I think, in Discord, and saying, like, how much fun would it be to just replay the game over again? Like, it would just be a blast. Like, say nobody could spend money, and you can just redo the game over again, and just play from, like, day one on, and it wasn't a pay to play. Everybody just kind of. You advance based on how much time you play the game. So if you played a lot in the Alliance and you were able to, then that's how you were able to get stuff and you were able to advance more. But there was no pay to play. I just loved it. I like the beginning of everything. And that's when I talk about people who buy accounts. And, like, part of the fun of it is, like, you build your own account. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. So, that's part of the fun is you build your own account. You play from day one on, and you play the preseason, and then you get the land, and you play your first Warzone duel, and you play your first versus, your first kill event, your first everything, like all that stuff that you play, the capitals, and all that stuff. It would just be fun to play again. And to me, when you buy an account that's already in season 3 or season 4, you miss out on all that stuff. Yeah, you shortcut, and it's definitely less money, but you miss out on the actual game of it, you know. So it's kind of like if you go to the movies and hey, I'll let you in the movies, and it's an hour into the movie, but you only have to pay half price. Boy, you got a great deal to watch the movie, but you missed friggin' half the movie. So you know, it's like we've all been through so much stuff playing the game at this point. Okay, yeah, until you meet a whale who has already got exclusive weapons, and yeah, we talked about that last night. I mean, there's nothing you can do about these people that are absolutely loaded, that are just, they get so bored, they're buying more accounts, and, you know, it's, people are just giving people money. It is what it is. I mean, you got, you know, all these VIP 18s that are running around. You can throw a rock and hit a YouTube account that's a VIP 18. I mean, Golden Fighter's on probably on Shaka's account. You can, as far as I'm concerned, you know, it's like it's like Golden Fighter's second account on 71 now. So you can hopefully we end up with a bonus stronger account for 71 because it's going to work out for us. So hope money keeps going. But yeah, these whales, they have so much money, Bailey. They're just buying new accounts. They're doing all this stuff. They're throwing it all around. They have it, so why not? But hopefully they just don't make your gaming experience poor. And, you know, go, Bailey, just get in the top alliance. Your best bet is to get in the top alliance or the second alliance and save yourself the trouble of trying to be in like some kind of short fourth, fifth alliance and end it. But I know I will pay attention and look around for you too, Bailey, to see where we're pulling these gears from, especially that early on in the game. I mean, the game tries to make it hard early on to get gears on purpose, so you have to pay for them. It's kind of their premise, what they want to do. So at least you know, Bailey, not to stress out about the gears, and you know that there's plenty of ways to get gears on the horizon. So don't let them think that they're shorting you or you're not going to eventually get there. You'll be all right. So you'll be fine. And I think that's the important part of when you're playing is you don't know, like, when am I going to get shards? When are shards going to become available? When is this going to become available? It will. Just got to have patience and don't follow the leader. Don't do what everybody else is doing. Don't chase anybody if you're getting beat. Just be yourself. You'll be fine. You'll be just fine. How far off VIP are you? Do you reckon? Oh my God, I am nowhere near VIP 18. I'm on my way to VIP 17 at some point. I am almost there. I'm almost 3 million. I'm 3 million away from VIP 17. It has been a long, lonesome road to VIP 17. So if I can get there, I would be ecstatic. I really just want this. Anybody who knows me on this account, and I've talked about it, I just want the stupid energy burst. That's all I really want. I really like this energy burst. It's really cool. I see everybody who has it, and I don't blame them. You know right away it's a VIP 17 because they're using that energy burst, and it's really cool. I like it. And I also like beating the people who have energy burst because I know they have VIP 17. But no, I'm nowhere near. If any whales is watching, feel free to make purchase on my account. Exactly. Help Mod out. Help a brother out. Man's just looking for a whale. Go see Hamad. You got money? Throw it Hamad's way, please. Throw some to Bailey, too. Bailey needs some gears. If you're out there listening, throw $100 Bailey's way. She could use some gears. Trying to build the drone out there. There you go, Hamad and Bailey. Try to help you out. We'll see. I don't know. I'm the non-whale channel. It's kind of like our thing. Is we're more free to play and low spender account. We're kind of the non-whale station. But if there's any whales out there listening, by all means, Bailey and Hamad could use your help. Carl, excuse me, sir. What do you suggest I'm getting between Armored Trooper and Assault Raider? What's the difference? Oh, the difference is right here for... Oops. Whoa. Oh, my goodness gracious. Hold on. Difference is right here for you. They marked it out. So one is just going to... this is going to be more sustainable. Armored Troops, it's harder to kill. So they last longer. And they boost endurance, says. Serious injury risk. They don't die as easy. So they're like normal troops that die all the time. These apparently are going to go more to your hospital and take longer to kill. So you save on resources and time because you don't have to build as many troops. So that's what these are doing. And these are supposed to be suited for combat to maximize your efficiency and attribute penalties. What I have not seen any of these do is maximize the power, because we just ran tonight. We ran T11s into the we ran it into a strong king, and the assault raiders could not beat king worse any more than I was able to do yesterday in 3v3. And then also we ran it into the world boss 4 times, and I could not get even a little bit more damage than I had with T10s. So right now, I would say that the T11s are a giant bust as far as I'm concerned. I would say, but this is the difference between the two. If anyone watching, I saw your video on day like 30 on my server, and I joined the #1 alliance in my server. Yeah, good, Bailey. That's the best thing you could do. Join the #1 alliance. That is the best thing you can do. Good for you. Sounds like you are off to a good start, Bailey. I like it. I like it. I like to hear it. But yeah, so this is the difference between the two. Apparently, you can go from Assault Raider to Armored Troopers, but I remember the stats were you had to wait 3 days to switch from one to the other. So, but right now, I am not seeing the advantage of these T11 troops, other than the base looks cool. They look like a bunch of I don't know, like cloaked Ewoks. They're pretty. They look pretty cool in your drill grounds. I will say that they do look pretty cool in the drill grounds. But outside of that, I can use them to be. I rather have them not look as cool, and they would be more useful to me if they were more powerful. So hopefully the game straightens that out for everybody that invested all this money in them early on. That you could at least give us stronger troops. Considering I went up the power in my base. So, all right, everybody, I'm going to close out tonight. Thank you all very much for watching tonight. Appreciate you all. Join the Discord. Keep this conversation going. And I will probably be with you again on Hero Day. So we won't have a live stream probably until Wednesday. Wednesday Reset will be my next stream, where we will get ready for Warzone Duel and our favorite day of the week, which is Kill Event. Right into a Warzone Duel. But thank you all for joining. Appreciate you out there. Have a good one. QB18 out.